All right, let's get to this topic. This is a Dear Kev. I forgot to say that. And it goes a little something like this. So, the situation is my Bae is married, but he's separated. Scotty, text me if because I might not see your answer. So the situation is my Bae is married, but he's separated. Well, at least that's what he told me. And I'm just wondering if I'm wrong for talking to someone that's technically married, or how much time I can give until they're divorced. I like him. I like him. It's just a weird situation will arise. Apple pies, but I gotta be smart about it. Say, I do know. But it's okay, baby. You don't have to call. And the last part says, my friends say IDK, I should just have fun with it. Okay, now listen. I know what y'all gonna say. Oh, she wrong. Oh, he wrong. Oh, he wrong. Wrong in two left shoes. Wrong as the news. Oh. Here's the issue, though, and I'm going to get to my advice. You guys would be surprised how many people find themselves in this situation. I'm not talking about my advice. I'm just saying, you would be surprised how many people you know in your Betty on life who will find themselves in that situation, and they be like, oh, slipped in a fella. Whoa, what is this? They didn't mean to get on that situation. They just be in that situation will arise. Okay? Here's what I talked about this in a scope a while ago. It's easy. Oh, I saw this quote. This is even better. This is on Lil Duval. Lil Duval said, we are the best judges of other people and the best lawyers for ourselves. We love to talk about what people shouldn't do and may not do and what we never would do. But guess what? Sometimes in our life, we find ourselves in these situations. Ooh, whoa. Here's my advice. And before I go on, there are some people in my life this has affected. Some females, very close to me, they've been involved with a married man. Sometimes they didn't know he was married at the beginning, and they fell into love, and they found out he was the married. Sometimes they knew. Sometimes they were separated. You just would be surprised what you said. All right? I'm not doing no prank call. That ain't really my thing. Scotty, you know I don't know my keys. Here's my opinion on this situation. If your bae is married, you ain't got no bae. Here's why I'm not a proponent for married baes. Okay? Here it is. You took a set of vows. You ain't even broke these vows. And you're slipping and dipping. You're slipping and, whoa, what is this? Okay? If your bae is married, and you slipping in, say it works out to the best of your knowledge. Say he gets divorced, she gets divorced, y'all get together. Next thing you know, you done married bae. Could bae have another bae? If the vows were not honored, how can you know the vows are going to be honored unto you? He or she has given you insight into their lives. And you know the cards they're going to play. And you done talked yourself into this is okay. You done talked yourself into this is all right. Believers. We ain't talking about the world and sinners. We're talking about believers. This has happened in the church. Let me tell y'all something. We love to talk about what happens in the world, but it happens in the church as well. Now, separation is where the waters get a little bit murky. Sometimes people have been in divorce proceedings, or they've been separated, but they have not been divorce. To me, to be safe, you should let the marriage be legally absolved. I know it sounds hard, but you'd be surprised how many people reconcile before that paperwork has been signed. You're supposed to sign the paperwork and you start to go, but when you leave, baby, don't leave. Sometimes they got a history, and that history is longer than your history. They've got children. They've got shared last name, shared experiences, and it's a little bit more difficult to give away. And what I've seen, and I'm just talking about the friends in my life, the female friends this is dealt with more my female friends than my male friends. He has said he's going to leave her. Oh, just as soon as my baby finishes second grade, just as soon as this, just as soon as my feet touch Zion, just as soon as I get there. And what I've learned is it ain't always just as soon. It's going to be 6 more months. He was going to leave, and then this. And listen, y'all, they don't always leave. And you'll be stuck in purgatory waiting for a train that's never coming. The train that went off the track, switched, and is going down the other direction, and you waiting on a train that ain't never coming. And what it often allows, okay, it allows the person in the marriage to have the best of both worlds, okay? While they deal with their legal separation or divorce proceedings or just marriage that ain't going well, they allow themselves to have a little fun on the side. And they extend the hope that if their marriage works out, they still got that, because then they can let you go and ain't nobody going to feel bad, because now they get to go back to their wife or husband, let you go, because reconciliation is still possibly on the horizon. What did I say last week? Don't be somebody's city block when you deserve to be somebody's world. Boston Quince, get out of here. Don't be somebody's street when you deserve to be the world. And maybe you will be their world. But like the side chick to the stars, Olivia Pope said, if you want me, earn me. If you want me, earn me. If your marriage ain't working and it ain't going to work, listen, all right, I'm sad that it didn't work out. Holler at me when you got your paperwork. You ain't got no paperwork. Where's your paperwork? Until that paperwork is signed, you leave yourself susceptible to more pain. Because the longer you spend time with them, you leave yourself susceptible to pain. That's what happened to my homegirls. None of my homegirls who dealt with married men ended up with them married men getting divorced and them getting married and riding a white chariot into Never Never Land, Happy Land. It ain't, I have not seen it. I have not seen it. Okay? And I wish I could tell you something different, but I got to tell you what I seen and what I know. I don't know no other way than the way I know. Of course, there's exceptions to the rule. Let that man or that woman finish up that stuff. And here's what you don't want, man. You don't want to be in the middle of somebody's mess. I was hanging with my boy at work, and he was talking about a situation where he had some situation with his ex and this and that. And you don't want to be caught up in some mess that's avoidable. Sometimes in life, we got to deal with some mess that's unavoidable. Okay? But we often choose paths that take us through avoidable mess. There's a caution sign. Let me give you an analogy. Coming home a couple weeks ago, it's raining in California. Raining hard. And California doesn't get a lot of rain, so when it rains, it really messes up the roads. These roads are not built for flood. They're just not right. Okay? I get off the same exit on the 405 I always get off. And the sign says, don't turn left. It got a left sign, and it's X. And I had been here for almost 3 years. I've got off that freeway, every Monday through Friday for a year and a half. Never even seen the sign. Didn't even know the sign was there. It lit up next to the red light. Okay? No left turn. In my mind, I'm saying, what sign is this? This is stupid. This don't even make sense. How many times have I come there? I've never seen this sign. I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. I'm upset. Why is this sign in my way? So what do? Ignore the sign. Sign says can't turn left here. Like Forrest Gump. Can't sit here. So what do? I turn left. And lo and behold, as soon as I turn left, there's a policeman. This road is closed this is a true story. This happened like 2 weeks ago. Road is closed due to flood. There was a whole bunch of other people who ignored the sign, stuck with me. And guess what? All these people is trying to go this way. Now these people can't go. Now I can't turn around. I can't do this. So what do I got to do? Get on the freeway again just to go back the other way on the 101. And I added 15, 20 minutes to my ride. Now, how could that have been avoided? If I would have looked at the sign that was right in front of me, clear as day, this road says you can't turn. That's new to me. I've never seen that. I've never seen it. Impossible. But somebody must have flicked it on for a reason. But when you ignore the first sign, the next sign you go into is an unignorable sign. And now you are in worse than you were when you first ignored the sign. Yes, I was being hard-headed. I was tired. I went past my better judgment. All I had to do is go straight. If I would have went straight, nobody else was even on the freeway. I could have been home the same amount of time. But what did I do? I ignored the sign that was right in my face. And how many times in life do we avoid the sign and ignore the sign that's right in our face and get ourselves in some mess that could have been avoided? I can't avoid traffic. I've got to deal with traffic every day. But that extra 20, 30 minutes, I didn't have to deal with if I would have avoided the signs. Trying to be the only one. See, that's our problem, y'all. Let me tell y'all what our problem is. We always think we're the exception when we're just the rule. Oh, but this. Oh, but then. Oh, we always want to think we're the exception when, baby, you're just the rule. You ain't nothing special. It ain't going to be, it's not going to happen to me. Baby, you ain't special. Obey the sign. The reason the sign is there is to help you, not to hurt you. They didn't put that sign there to cause me pressure. They put that sign there to help me follow directions. And what do? Ignore it. Thinking we're special. You ain't the exception to the rule. To me, if you're married, that's a sign that says this is not my time. If he or she was a man of God sent to heaven from you, God ain't going to send you a package that's somebody else's package. He ain't answering both your prayer. You trying to make him Bae and his wife praying that the marriage works back together, or he's praying. God can't bless both y'all. He already sanctified the union. He can't sanctify the other. Can't bless you. He trying to repair the marriage, and you out here trying to get up in like, oh, God, you sent me a man. He ain't sent you no man that already got a ring and some paperwork. Paperwork. They got the paperwork. He done sat under the preacher or the judge, and somebody said, I now pronounce you, and they ain't been unpronounced. And until you're unpronounced, you're still pronounced. Ready to sign them papers. Papers. Okay? Divorce does take long. Takes mad long to clear. But look, if you want to make sure it's right, where's your paperwork? I'm sorry. I likes you. And I wants you. Got to get the paperwork. Job waited. Tell me why. If it takes all day, all night, I'll wait on the Lord. And I'm not even saying you think it's your blessing or none of that stuff. I'm just saying. Paperwork. Paperwork. Because you don't want to have to be looking over your shoulder. Like I was telling you, my boy had a problem. He got to look over his shoulder. Is she coming? Am I slipping? Am I dipping? Am I keeping a secret? Am I running the streets? What do I want to do? Baby girl, I want you. Well, you can't have me if you still got her. And you can't have us because this ain't going to work. Woo! Been freestyling all day. I don't have no doubts. You deserve to not have to deal. And listen, man, people get married. People change their mind. People got children. People got a lot of reasons to not want to get divorced. They got property. They got debt. They got student loans. They got a lot of reasons. Because if they ain't married, then you're going to slip and dip. And now you potentially got a man. You got a baby with a man that's married. Or you're getting a girl pregnant when you married. You got another problem. Now you can't reconcile your wife. It's just a headache. I'm getting a headache just trying to help you. I'm just trying to help you. And I'm getting a headache. And here's my thing. I don't even think people mean wrong all the time. They might be really separated. It might be over forever. It might be dead in the ground. It might be dead. I'm not saying people are malicious. People aren't as malicious as we make them out to be. We aren't. But we don't always mean to be putting ourselves in the situations we are in. What we are. Boston wins. I be trying to be serious, and you be playing. Ready to sign them papers. That's all I'm saying. People don't mean harm. They don't mean to be wrong. They might generally believe it's over. But if it ain't over legally, where can you go? You can't even get married. Mariah Carey out here engaged to Jacob, whatever his name is. Both of them is legally married. What you doing giving her a ring? You ain't even got your paperwork. You spent $7.5 million on she got the ring. She might be like, Nick Cannon, I want to wild out again. Whoa, let me wild. Both of them married. Nick and Mariah still married, and Jacob and his wife still married. What are y'all doing? They're still legally married, gorgeous brown eyes. That's all I'm saying, guys. I want the best for you. Joseph Packer. And I'm not even saying how, when I was a kid, you couldn't even, be divorced. People got on it. You divorced in the church. You divorced in the church. Oh, my God. Look how big my lip is. Oh, it's heavy. My lip is just meaty. But we are not as harsh on divorce as we used to. Let that paperwork go through. That's all I'm saying. Have you at least filed? Sometimes they ain't even filed. They ain't even filed. Where the paperwork? Josiah Fredericks. Where's the paperwork? I hope I helped somebody on today. Is there a comment or a question?